All right, it's been roughly a month into me having this car now. No, sorry, 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I've had this beautiful Santa Fe Limited 2025. And we already have 1,400 miles in, which is, I guess that's just me going back to work and back home. So imagine that. But yeah, we have 1,400 miles on this bad boy already. And let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like 1,400 miles from now. One of the key features that I love about this car is definitely the auto turn on, which you press the lock button and you hold the key down and voila, it turns on. Another cool feature, since this is a 7-button remote, you can literally, if you're in a tight space or anything like that, you can get out of that tight space by having the car go back or forward. It takes a while to hold it in and then bow. Amazing feature. I personally love that feature. It's one of the really good features in this car. I literally had to use it not too long ago. And obviously you have mirrors that go in and out once you open the door. Show you the passenger side. Passenger side, we have this wonderful UV, which you put your stuff in there for about 10 minutes. Press this UVC button here and it will clean it out, sanitize it for you, whatever it might be. Keys, glasses, phones, you name it, you got it. You have your wonderful glove compartment here. Keep everything personal in here. So that's the passenger side, all right? The mirror is amazing. As you can see, it's a really good mirror. Good blind for you as well. Put a passenger. We have Boost Entertainment, Boost. Now I do love the front of this beautiful car. Now these two vent doors open here. We do have cameras here, one here, sensor, and we also have the sensor and cameras around on the side. This has a 360 view, camera in the back. Show you the wonderful pilot side, driver side. So now usually with cars in general, I want to have that comfy feel of if you're doing a road trip, you want to be relaxed and not too relaxed, you don't want to go to sleep, but you want to be relaxed enough to be like, all right, I'm comfortable with this car, I'm comfortable with this purchase. Now this car, I got let me turn this car on, show you how it looks when it turns on. You have personal driver update profile for yourself, which that's mine's there, and I also have my fiance's on the second row. You have your seat controls. So if you remember your seats, it will remember it for you. Mine is number 1. Now I do have the limited edition. So this one comes with only one side that charges. The other side does not charge, which is fine. You know, it's not something of a breaker deal for me. We do have outlets here and outlets in the bottom, as you can see down there. Controls are beautiful. The information is amazing and very intuitive. They literally, you can hold this, push it down that way just to get the feel of whatever you want first. You can see it, grab it, touch it, bow. All right, now settings, we do have the navigation, vehicle. For those who are Apple users and Android users, you can definitely connect your phones here without no problem. Now, what I also love is that you can change the dashboard. Let me show you guys. All right, I like to go to setup, go on to your display, illumination. This will definitely brighten it for the screen. Camera setting displays content for parking and everything else. Blue light filter, which is good. I think I had the blue light filter on the whole time and I didn't even notice. So that's a really good deal. If you want to change the lights on this bad boy, we go straight to the cluster. Go ahead and cluster theme. They do have the classic, which is that right there. And we can go to simple, which is this one right here, which is awesome. We have style A, style B, style C, which is sports mode. Sports mode, you go on here, push it down for sports mode, push it for my drive, or go back to normal. Sports mode on this side as well, lets you know what it is. So my drive, sport, or normal. Sports mode is amazing, so I definitely would recommend giving this bad boy a try with the power it has. Now this is not a hybrid, this is actually strictly gas. because I love more gas cars than electric because of the fact that, you know, you never know. But display, but if you want to change the vehicle color lights on illumination here, go on to vehicle, go into lights, all right? And then you have your mirror lights here, your high beam assistance, which is great. I love this new high beam feature where it turns off or on automatically, especially for not wanting to blind people at night. I know how that is. All right, so we got the ambient lighting here. You can change it to whatever color you want. You go to link to drive mode, which is the drive mode that you select here. So you can go into drive mode, and it will turn red. Your My Drive will turn purple, and classic mode would be literally the white ambient color. All right, so you can have a dim and darkened conditions, which is always good because you don't want this to pretty much blind you while you're driving. Link to drive mode, I'll shut that off. Do have different colors. You can select your own color, which I love that. For seats position, it'll let you know which alerts come on if your seat has been changed. But those are the main things I focus on here. Now, obviously, you have your other buttons and satisfaction here. This is the auto on and off. When it stops, you know how it whenever it stops, it turns off to save gas consumption or power consumption as well. Well, that you can actually shut off with just the on and off button here, which is good because I know a lot of people are definitely not a fan of that feature. So it's always good to have an option just to shut it off or on. So AC's beautiful back here. I love it. I love how much power this thing has. We also have the little sunroof up here, which is amazing. We do also have the option to lift up, which lifts that up right there, as you can see. Lift up, lift down, lift up, down. We also have the rear, which is the moon roof back there, which I'll show you how that looks. Look at that bad boy go up. Sliding, sliding, like yeah. All right, now we're gonna have that go back. All that sun beaming here in Texas. I always like to keep these pretty much shut, especially here in Texas because, well, you know, it's Texas. The weather does get crazy. All right, move my seat back a little bit more. I'm gonna show you guys the back. All right, I got my little cover here. This is a 7-seater, so you do have the option, which is amazing. So let me show you guys the extra seats in the back, and I'll show you how to shut them down completely. We have this lifts up for the passenger as well. So both of these compartments can be accessed for the passenger in the back. You have an amazing little spot here to just put your stuff in. There are charger ports on the seats itself, so that way they can charge here. They do have control of the air. They do have control for the air on their seats. And of course, the good thing about this version, the limited version, has this as well. I know that the calligraphy has this. Oh, also the air vents back here. Don't want to forget that. I know the calligraphy also has that as well. But let me show you guys the back of the Santa Fe. All right, this comes with this right here, this little roadside assistant kit, which is really cute. I love it. You have your back seats here. These are very customizable, which is great because you can relax. If you're the person in the back seat or the kids in the back seat, they have air control here. Let me show you. Push this back, down. Really easy. They have cup holders, charger ports, air for themselves here. Same thing here. Push it back, voila. Also, they have the AC 115 volt max, so 150 watts outlet here. Charging port, control of the AC unit for the back, which is amazing. Rear AC, cup holders as well. Now these two buttons here control these seats, so you can shut these down for more space, more cargo, which is amazing. I have something underneath here, that's why it's like that. But I gotta admit, this vehicle was amazing. It's really, really good. Now to put this back here, let's put these back in their pedestrian space. Let's close this bad boy. Like I said, the back seat passengers do have their own cup holders as well. Their sound system is amazing in this thing. Let me show you guys this. So we also have this here in the back. There's also cup holders here in the middle, which is always good to have. Always good to have that. They do also have control of the lights in the back, just in case they want to dim it up or turn it on. Control here on the back passenger as well. Beautiful leather seats, which have been smelling amazing. I love the smell of natural leather. Heck yeah. But I will admit, if you are in the market for a car like this, an SUV like this, that has these type of features, and for a decent price range as well. It's a little lower than the Calligraphy. So the Calligraphy, from my understanding, because I did test drive the Calligraphy, and it has every feature that this has, just a little bit more. I would say 2 or 3 more features. This has definitely, the passenger seat has full control of their air and heat. So they also have access to cooling the seat. So for days that are super hot, you can cool it off there. And of course, with days that are super cold, you got your heat right there. Now let me show you guys the parking cameras. Now this does have a 360 camera, just like the Calligraphy. Okay, you can control it, which is amazing. It does have different features for you to look at different sides on the left and the right. So it's not just a simple, you can't see where you're going. This navigation is amazing. It does have auto navigation, so when you press this button for the cruise control, it will turn on auto steering and everything else. So if you're in a very long road trip, I would recommend doing that, especially if you're like, you need a break from your foot, stuff like that. It's amazing. It will control the car. It will make sure that you, at least this camera right here, this is an actual camera. So with this camera, if you're not facing this camera, the car will let you know, hey, keep your eyes and your hands on the steering wheel. Now the steering wheel is air controlled. This right here controls the air for the steering wheel. I did buy a cover for the steering wheel only because I love the color aspect of it. And black with this amazing beige color is magnifique. Magnifique. All right. But the only thing I do not like, I will admit, is I've never liked these. I've always liked the gear where you just, gear it up. But I had to get used to this, the gear being here. That's the only, gripe that I have with this. But other than that, like, everything else is pretty much good. Obviously, you have your holding for the back to open, illumination for the lights up here in the front, parking assistance, and controls, baby controls for everything else on the side. And what else is there? I don't have the camera, the dash cam or anything like that on this camera, I don't have a dash cam on this yet, which I feel like I need to get a dash cam, to be quite honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna get a dash cam soon. So for right now, I would recommend buying this car, especially right now, if you are in the market for a car. 1,400 miles later, the gas is amazing still. I've only filled this up once a week, and 354 or 55 miles when it's full. So hey, that's really good. really good. From work and back, I go 30 to 34 miles from work and back. So that puts me around the range of, that's why my stuff has gone up so high for the past 3 weeks. But I have to admit, this has been a comfortable ride and an amazing purchase. If you are looking for the Calligraphy kind of features, I would say go for a Limited if you are not willing to spend the extra couple thousands for those type of features that the Calligraphy has, especially for the trim. As you can see, this pretty much feels like a Calligraphy. The only thing is, it just doesn't have just like 2 or 3 features that the Calligraphy has. And for a Limited, amazing. I was gonna go with an SEL or an SE, but went with the Limited just because it does have the features that I personally wanted. I wanted the passenger seat to have full control of the air, full motion control, so that way, my fiance can be pretty much comfortable on her side when I drive. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Much love. I hope you found this insightful if you are looking for a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited, because I don't see too much people with the Limited out there talking about the Limited. I see them talk about hybrids and stuff a lot, but I haven't seen a video talking about just the limited gas by itself. So I just wanted to make this video, post it out, and show you guys the car and the features that it has. And yeah, it's pretty much a calligraphy. Just a couple of features that you don't have, which is the calligraphy does have one of the features that I do love about, well, before I cut this video, let me just tell you guys what I liked about the calligraphy. All right, the calligraphy does have the odometer here on the screen. This doesn't have that. That's it. That's literally the only feature I actually enjoyed with the calligraphy. But other than that, like this is technically the version of the calligraphy that you should probably want to get. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Much love. Catch you guys in the next one.